Okay, here we go. Yes, now we're live. This is the Saturday morning late edition of Team Certainty and Power Networks, for prospective customers of Team Certainty and want to get know more about Empower Network. Thank you, viewers, for joining in with us this Saturday morning here in the States. I have with me Mr. Irondane Richards below. How are you doing, sir?
Hello. Doing great. Doing great.
Good. Hopefully, Gary Smith will join in. Sorry, we're getting started a little bit late today. Just had some issues that couldn't be, dealt with appropriately until now. So we're getting started here late, and it's important that we do these, even these hangouts, even when they're late, because a lot of people watch these replays. And we do have some updates we want to share with people today, especially. We won't go real long today at all, and even the questions that support sent over, we're going to defer those till next week. None of them were really relevant too much to, I thought, is hypercritical right now, and we don't like tying up people's Saturdays too much wherever they are in the world. But there is some updates that we want to give to people that are important, and we'll get into those in just a minute. So. First of all, thank you for viewers for joining us in today, even though, like I say, we are a little bit late today, a little bit late getting started. We do these Google Hangouts twice a week. We do them this time period, Saturday mornings. Typically, it's from 11 to 11:30 Saturday morning. And then we also do our Google Hangout for an hour on Wednesday nights from 8 to 9 p.m. Central Time. Both these time slots are geared primarily for the prospective new members, potential new members that want to join Team Certainty and Empower Network and want to get to know more about Team Certainty leadership people, and then as well as the Empower Network products and business there. A lot going on with Empower lately, a lot of changes. Yeah, I won't even say change. Well, I will say changes, but the changes are going back to normal for the most part. Now, there are some modifications. We're going to discuss those and some rationale behind, why they're doing it. They're not too verbal about it. They're trying to be verbal. They're not kind of dancing around the situation a little bit, and they're not coming out and saying, "Look, we did this, and this is why." They're coming out and saying, "Look, we did this, and these are the results that should happen because of it." And there's a big difference between saying that and versus saying, "Look, we made these changes, and this is why." And the potential changes that can come out of this is this. And that's what we're going to talk about this morning. I can spend a whole lot of time with it because it is what it is, and I do believe it's for the better. Will it do what Empower Network says it'll do? Yeah, I do. I believe so. I believe it will. It will enhance a lot of things. But again, it just boils down to effort. And really, just changing it isn't going to mean everyone's going to, make, a ton of money or any money at all. It boils down to effort, and the effort that you put into it. Will making some of these changes and your effort make it easier for you to make money? Well, that's the intent. That's the intent. And will that happen? Again, it boils down to your effort and taking the right steps and doing what Empower is teaching you to do. Then yeah, I do believe it will work. And and it's not to say that the old system didn't work either. But I think this puts more incentive for the person that is joining Empower Network that wants to work the system, not just sit back and let the system run itself, because it won't do that. You have to put in the effort, and if you don't put in the effort, then you're not going to see the returns. Some of these new changes exemplify that. Not only that, but they magnify it to a certain extent, and you can interpret that any way you want to. But I do believe it will enhance the ability to make a significant amount more income. Now, I guess we don't have to wait for people to jump in because it's so late right now. But just want to say a quick shout out to our international viewers and thank you for joining in today. How's everything on your side of the woods over there, Mr. Irondane Richards?
Oh, moving along, moving along. So, yeah, we're just getting kind of acclimated for the next week. It's going to be a big week, folks. First of the month, so we all know
Yeah.
what that's going to be really busy, and So, and I was just trying to, kind of get us caught up today. Is a little bit more about the changes like you're talking about. I think it's going to be a really good thing for everybody.
Yeah. Well, I tend to talk a little bit more than normal, I guess, lately here on these hangouts. But a lot of the reasons I just have the information. But jump in
No, I was going
anytime.
to say, no, please, please, 'cause, I mean, you're in the know, and that's why I'm really asking you on. And folks, when you hear that, that's because this is the man. He's in the know completely on what's going on. The only thing I'm going to throw in right now, though, is a plug for the buttons down below. If you want to join us, go ahead and do that. And then we have our support ticket button that if you want to send some question to us, please do. So I thought I'd put those little plugs in.
Okay.
But,
Okay, good. Yeah, jump in anytime you have any comments that
I sure will.
that I'm talking about. But I do spend a lot of time researching it and analyzing some of the decisions that they're making, potential making, and so forth. Let me start. The next event's in Charlotte, right? I think it's Charlotte. Yeah, the next event's in Charlotte, North Carolina, and it's the end of this month. Actually, it's in the next month. Today's the last day of May.
Yeah.
And they're making it. David Wood says, hey, look, this is going to be a big event. This is going to be a event for everybody to go to. Huge announcements coming out of it. And this is not considered a regional event. This is considered a big event, major event for everybody, for the entire company. But it's the last regional event. That's how he phrased it. So a couple mixed signals in there, but if you know David Wood, you know what he's saying, and he's saying just get your ass to the event. There's a lot going on there. So, but it is going to be a small marketed event, but he is, stressing the fact that it is going to be, administered, from the corporate office as though it was a quarterly event in Charlotte. So you'll see a lot of team leaders there and people that probably wouldn't have made it if it was just labeled as a regional event. Even though they're still labeling it kind of as a regional event. Are we going to go there? Team Strength will have presence there, yes. I don't plan on going, but I may change that. I may change my mind pretty quickly on that. I've got some things I need to juggle around. This summer is just crazy for me, travel-wise. So I've got to really see whether or not I can move around some things, some commitments, weddings, and other stuff that I can't change. So we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see if I want to stay healthy. So okay, a couple other things. So that's one of the changes that Empower Network made. The two major changes the Empower Network made, and I have a pretty good feel of what they're going to do in Charlotte, but which they say is going to be huge announcements and all this other stuff. They changed the pass-up compensation from every 2, 4, and 6 to every 1, 3, and 5, and every 5th thereafter. Now people say, well, why'd they do that? What's the rationale to do it? What's the motivation and so forth? And really the bottom line boils down to this ratio of, when people join MLMs or direct marketing, companies, recruit or bring in on average 1.7 people. Okay, so when I join and I'm bringing on 1.7 people, that means only 0.7 is typically passed up, to my sponsor. In this way, my sponsor gets at least 1 pass up. Now, these are all ratios, and there's significant and definitive rationale for addressing it this way. Even though it sounds a little crazy, you can't deliver 0.7 of a sign up to somebody. But what happens in this scenario is instead of the impetus and effort being all on the person that just signed up. Now the impetus and effort, and responsibility, for lack of better words, falls on the sponsor of the person that just signed up. Because if you're going to get a pass up from every single one of their first original sign-ups, then you need to make sure they at least sign up one person, right? Now, they're stressing this all in as well. And we'll talk about that in a minute because they got some really good reasons. They're doing this reduced package price for all in as well. I don't know the specifics of it, although it's been launched. It's probably in the back office, of my Empower Network deal. But for the first 72 hours after somebody joins, they get a huge reduce, like 50% off, to go all in. So if I sign up tomorrow, pay my $25, or you sign up tomorrow, viewer, you pay your $25 to get signed up. You can actually go all in and get all the products at a 50% discount for the first 72 hours after you signed up. Now, that's a pretty good deal. That's a very good deal. So when you got the sponsor, the first pass up from the new sign up, now the effort is to get that person all in to start building their business, that much quicker and faster at a significantly reduced rate. So there's really good incentive there. We'll talk more about this coming Wednesday. But that changed. Hey, Gary, how you doing? Sorry we're running a little bit late today.
Good. I think we need to forego the questions and stay on this for this hangout right now. I mean, this is big, guys.
Yeah, that's exactly what we're doing. We're not doing questions this morning, but we're going to try and keep this a little short. I'm going to talk for just a little bit and jump in at any time. I'm only really about halfway done through here, but so those are the incentive. The incentive is the change of the 246 and fifth pass up to the 135 and fifth pass up. The rationale for that is to put more effort on the sponsor to help the new sign up, and also to get get some traction as quickly as possible for the sponsor. That is, and that it forces the training to go downhill, and everybody learns. Now, the other incentive is the packaging of the deals, where, just like I was saying, you get 72 hours to go all in at 50% off. I think it's 50% off. I'm not sure. But that's a huge incentive. We'll know more about this, and sorry we don't have the complete details here, but it's going to go out. I'm going to shoot it out all to my lists, and everybody else will as well. But we'll know more about it. We'll talk about that on Wednesday. Now, the other piece of information, other than the Charlotte being, a quarterly event now instead of regional, although David Wood says it's still the last regional event, is iPass 2. Now, any of you viewers that are knowledgeable about iPass 2, we here at Team Certainty have been talking about it for about 6 months. About 6 months. And we've been with iPass 1. All of us are in iPass 1. I'm a black member. I'm a black member of iPass 2 as well. But Chris Jones put out a video just the other day, and it appears as though iPass 2 is going to be rolling out before Charlotte. In fact, it could come out as early as the beginning of this coming week. Or I'm sorry, the beginning of the following week.
Cool.
Yeah.
Pops with these changes. I think if you're in Empower Network, and if you're with Team Certainty with the iPass 2 system, and these changes that have gone into with Empower Network and incorporated into iPass 2. That and again, this is an earning disclaimer. We're talking about money here, so please read our earnings disclaimer below. And there's no guarantee you'll make any money. It's all due to your effort. But I believe that if you're an iPass 2 with Team Certainty, again with these changes with Empower Network, and you're not making $5,000, at least $5,000 a month, then something's wrong. I think probably the average earner in iPass 2 is going to be about $20K a month, and you're going to have to reinvest probably 2 or 3 of that back in every month. But you invest $2,000 or $3,000 a month to generate, the leads and traffic you need for the your PBA to be working. Then I think it's going to be a 20K. It's going to be a 20K month, on average. On average, that's the due diligence that I've done so far. Now, again, there's no. I got to stress earnings disclaimer and so forth. Gary, what do you think about that? Have you done your due diligence and you're running any numbers yet or anything?
Yeah, it's just the first thing that comes to my mind, and I'll keep this fairly quick, but is my story and how I got in for such reduced prices. See, the Inner Circle, I think I paid, I don't know, 100, maybe $50 for it. I can't remember now. And the 15K formula, I paid $250 for it. And they invited me down to Costa Rica to make the master's course. And I basically got it for free. All I had to do is show up in Costa Rica, but it didn't coincide with things I had going on at the time, and probably one of the worst mistakes I ever made. So, folks, what it is you basically have an opportunity here to get in at the prices that I got in 2 years ago. And this is something that you don't really want to sneeze at, because that's the coolest thing. You buy in at these super low prices, and then you resell them at the upper prices. I mean, this is a no-brainer. One of the best times I've ever seen to get into Empower Network, it's like getting in 2 years ago like I did. And when I got in, the first thing I did is I bought all in and threw a roadblock in front of everything, so it's basically a log jam. Nothing's going to pass me up. Everything's going to stop at me. I'm not going to pass up anything. And so you have an opportunity to do this. This is a rare opportunity. And it's just because the rebirth of Empower Network that it's in front of us, coupled with iPass 2, this is an absolute no-brainer to change the rest of your life. There it is.
It's really it is a unique situation, and all the components, all the components there, and the people that are going to take advantage of it, and be an iPass 2, and spend a little bit of money with iPass 2 to generate the leads and stuff. My gut feeling says you'll be $20,000 a month easy, and just the nature of how it works, and I plan on being one of those and above. I've already got my layout. This was before any of these changes even took place, but because of the packaging and the 72-hour, urgency or sense of urgency, to go ahead and get all in, people will do it, and it's a smart decision too. I mean, you're going to save 50%, but more importantly, you get the knowledge. You get the knowledge to start making money on the internet, and it's a win-win all the way around. I'm very impressed on how they're starting to lay this out. You're starting to get wise on it. I'm still a little bitchy about this compliance issue, but that you don't hear too much about that anymore. I just wish they changed the name of the compliance department. The entrepreneurs just don't respond well, to terminology like that, and maybe
Mike,
we'll get that down the road. Yeah.
Mike, Dave Wood did kind of touch on that in New Orleans, that they're going to back down on that a little bit, because we've got so many people inside the industry that are selling other stuff, and their thing, they're not only Empower Network. And he said he's going to kind of turn a blind eye to that. He says I'm going to let you go ahead and do that. And I prefer, that you didn't, but he's not. It's basically the atmosphere that he was laying down was Empower Network is a family. We're going to quit backbiting each other and teams. Oh no, you got to join our team. You'd be a fool to join the other team. Embrace everybody's team. We're a family. We're a group here, and we're all striving for the same goal. And knock off this backbiting crap. And hey, I'll throw something in here too, because Richard's so excited about it. When you're part of Team Certainty, you get little special things. Like the phone call that I give Richard about 10 minutes ago and excited the crap out of him how to make $1,200 a month for doing nothing. Basically doing what you do anyway. And when you're part of Team Certainty, you'll get those exciting, emails and stuff too. When I come across stuff, folks, I share.
Yeah.
And Mike doesn't know about this yet, but it's the coolest thing I ever saw, and it's real. It's not a joke. It's real. So, that's kind of the perks you get with being, part of Team Certainty and jump on these things, guys. We share and we've got everybody's interest at heart. We're all trying to do the same thing here, make a living from home. Basically make a living without working real hard. Now, don't let me mislead you with that, because when you first set up your business, you need to do some work, and basically sign up to this thing, grab this package at the lowest price you'll ever see it. This is where I bought it 2 years ago, and then go out and get yourself an all-in and see what happens, and then get him an all-in, and I mean, your life will change.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, I don't want to get excited about that phone call I give you, buddy.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm still looking for the link. I was going to say shoot that link over. I didn't get that email, but oh man, yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun, actually.
Oh yeah. So, you know what the heck? I'm definitely going to do it. And it's
all right. Well, look, fellas, I don't want to keep everybody here too much, and we got started so late on a Saturday. And we'll be back Wednesday night.
Yep.
The Empower Network changes, the compensation change, Charlotte, as well as iPass 2, and it may have an even update on iPass 2. And we're going to let everybody go ahead and get on with their Saturdays here. Mr. Iron Dan Richards, any closing comments, and then pass it on to Mr. Smith, and he can throw it back to me.
No, I just think that the one thing that they've really done well now is they've taken lemons and made lemonade out of it. And, so, I mean, we're really lucky to be here. I mean, they've had one of their first tests, I think. And, and every organization has growing pains. So, I just say is, hats off to them that they've gone through so many, different things in this little short period of time, within a year is short on an organization, but, they're overcoming it and they've made it better, so hats off. I mean, this is going to be great for everything, for everyone. So jump in, hit the buttons down below there, folks, and we'll see you on board.
Yeah. Mr. Smith?
Hey, yeah, guys, I'm pumped more than I've been in a long time. And basically what we do at Team Certainty and Empower Network is we empower people and bring out things that you have inside of you that you didn't even know you had. And talents and ways to present these different things. And basically it's life-changing stuff, and it's not just about selling things to people. It's about your mindset on life in general, and this is just some of the best stuff and best people I've ever been involved with. And we truly care about our team. Be part of this team. Click on the buttons and get on board at a price that I paid 2 years ago. It's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. And then we got iPass 2 coming that you can get signed up for, and you can have assistants that basically do the selling for you and the advertising. And also, I've got another way that you get 100 free advertising sources. I mean, 100 of them. I mean, this is good stuff, guys.
Yeah, I think Gary, and you're exactly right, and a lot. The timing is probably the best ever for Empower Network now. In this resurgence, getting back to normal, and it's going to be fun, and the rest of this year is going to be a lot of fun, and summer as well. So. Just encourage people to on the buttons down below here that fit your best your pocketbook the best. I recommend level 3, and all you can spend is $25 today, and you get in and join us, and then you'll be able to get a huge discount on future products, for the next 72 hours, as well as get into the back office of Team Certainty, which, by the way, is being revamped over the weekend and early next week. So, but thank you, Gary. Thank you, Mr. Iron Dane Richards, and thank you, customers and potential customers, for viewing in today. If you're watching this Google Hangout live or on replay on one of our YouTube channels, broadcast pages, or listening to it live on the internet or radio stations that we broadcast, or on replay on the internet radio station we broadcast, thank you for taking the time. Sorry we're a little bit short today, especially sorry we're late today. We'll be back on Wednesday, and we will be discussing in length the all the Empower Network changes, how they're going to affect you, the potential, as well as the current customers. So enjoy your Saturday. We'll see you Wednesday night. Good to see you, Russ, and we'll chat soon, I'm sure. And again, thank you, everybody. Thank you, Mr. Iron Dane Richards, Mr. Gary Smith, and we'll see everybody on Wednesday night. Take care, everybody.
Hey, empower yourself, folks.